VAR, or VAR. Love it or hate it, it's here to stay. Since its introduction to football in 2016, it's been met with skepticism by some and hatred by others. From slowing down the game to getting all these decisions wrong, which was why it was brought in the first place. The introduction of technology has played a crucial role in improving accuracy, fairness, and decision-making on the field. If you think VAR is bad, wait until you hear about the time before linesmen or even whistles. Stick around to revisit some of the most iconic goals ever that VAR would have ruled out. In the early years of football, officiating relied solely on the human eye and judgment. The first formal set of rules was written in 1863 by the English Football Association, known as the FA. Referees were introduced in the 1870s, initially positioned off the field as umpires, but by 1891, referees were given full control on the pitch. Despite these changes, all decisions were subjective, leading to controversies and disputes. Throughout the late 19th and early 20th centuries, officiating standards varied greatly depending on the referee's interpretation of the rules. With the growing popularity of the sport and the establishment of international competitions, the need for a more structured and consistent officiating system became apparent, and they didn't even have offsides. With 328 offsides in 242 appearances, Emmanuel Adebayor would have loved it. The introduction of the offside rule in the late 1800s further complicated refereeing, as it required close attention to player positioning, something difficult to judge without technological aid, and especially being in the wrong positions, 30 to 40 yards behind the ball in some instances. Additionally, early referees often faced hostility from players and fans, with disputes frequently leading to confrontations. Without modern communication tools or assistance, match officials had to rely purely on instinct and experience, making their role extremely challenging. The introduction of a second referee, known as the linesman, now assistant referee, in the early 20th century aimed to provide additional support in making accurate decisions. As the game continued to evolve, the demand for fairer officiating grew. In international competitions, discrepancies in officiating standards between different countries became apparent, leading to disputes. A notable example occurred in the 1930 FIFA World Cup final between Uruguay and Argentina, where disagreements over the referee's nationality led to heightened tension. Not to mention the disagreement over the match ball itself, which led to Argentina supplying the ball for the first half and Uruguay for the second half. These early issues emphasized the need for consistency in officiating practices. The increasing pace of football also made refereeing more challenging. As players became faster and tactics more complex, referees struggled to keep up with the game's demands. Without slow-motion replays or digital tracking systems, they had to make split-second decisions that could significantly impact match outcomes. Despite these difficulties, football authorities resisted the introduction of technological assistance for many years, maintaining the sport's traditional reliance on human judgment. One of the first technological aids in officiating was the use of whistles. Initially, referees signaled decisions verbally, but the introduction of the whistle in the late 19th century provided a clearer and more authoritative way to control the game. Over time, referees began using electronic whistles for more consistency. Then, in the 20th century, referees also started using two-way radio communication with assistant referees to coordinate decisions. This was particularly helpful in fast-paced matches where multiple referees needed to collaborate on offside and foul decisions. The first use of radio communication between officials was experimented with in the late 20th century and became standardized in professional football by the early 2000s. With the rise of television broadcasts, slow-motion replays provided a new perspective on controversial decisions, leading to discussions about incorporating video technology into officiating. However, for much of the 20th century, football's governing bodies resisted changes that would alter the game's traditional officiating methods. The advent of goal line technology. One of football's most contentious issues had long been whether a ball had fully crossed the goal line. Several infamous incidents highlighted the need for this particular technology. The 1966 World Cup final, Geoff Hurst's controversial goal for England against Germany, remains one of the most debated moments in football history. 2005 Premier League, Pedro Mendes' shot against Manchester United clearly crossed the line, but the referee failed to award the goal. 2010 World Cup, Frank Lampard's disallowed goal against Germany, which visibly crossed the line, reignited calls for technology in football, and it was not long after this horrific event that the tech was inaugurated. 2005 Champions League, Luis Garcia's ghost goal that, if ruled out, may never have seen Liverpool's famous night in Istanbul. For more on this night, click here for our video and subscribe if you enjoy. FIFA introduced goal line technology, GLT, officially in 2012, with systems like Hawkeye and GoalRef becoming widely accepted. Hawkeye uses multiple cameras positioned around the goal to track the ball's trajectory, while GoalRef employs magnetic fields to determine if the ball has crossed the line. The technology was first used in the 2012 FIFA Club World Cup and later in the 2014 FIFA World Cup, ensuring precise and instant goal line decisions. GLT dramatically improved the accuracy of goal decisions, eliminating the guesswork from crucial moments. Fans, players, and officials alike embraced its implementation as it upheld the integrity of the sport without causing significant delays in gameplay. Despite early skepticism, GLT is now a staple in elite football competitions worldwide. This is helped by immediate decision-making that the referee receives on their watch, something that modern technology is yet to grasp. However, the introduction of GLT was not without challenges. Some football purists argued that technology disrupted the traditional essence of the game. There were also concerns about cost, as smaller leagues and clubs struggle to afford the expensive infrastructure required to implement the technology. Nonetheless, FIFA and other governing bodies prioritized fairness in the game, leading to GLT's expansion into top domestic leagues, such as the English Premier League, Bundesliga, and Serie A. The English Championship also has goal line technology, and League One and League Two have it during the playoffs, despite many managers have called to have it year-round. As the technology continued to be refined, various adaptations and improvements were made. Modern GLT systems can now detect the ball's position with millimeter accuracy, ensuring that no goal line controversy arises. Perhaps the most significant impact of GLT has been the prevention of high-profile injustices that plagued the sport for decades. While referees and assistants once had to make split-second judgments based on their line of sight, they now have a reliable tool to confirm goal line incidents with certainty. This has led to increased confidence among players and teams as they no longer fear losing crucial goals due to human error. The last big goal line error was when the officiating team failed to award Sheffield United a goal in the last days of the Premier League season, which could have got Aston Villa relegated as Michael Oliver's watch stopped working at half-time, as well as all the cameras around the pitch were blocked from viewing the ball, which hadn't happened in over 9,000 matches. GLT's success also paved the way for further technological advancements in football officiating, such as the development of video assistant referee (VAR) technology. Recognizing the effectiveness of technology in ensuring fairness, football authorities gradually became more open to integrating additional tools to assist referees. Despite its effectiveness, GLT is still not universally adopted in every football competition. Lower tier leagues, where financial constraints limit access to high-end technology, continue to rely on traditional officiating methods. However, with ongoing advancements and potential cost reductions, it is likely that GLT will become even more widespread in the coming years. Ultimately, goal line technology represents a landmark achievement in football officiating, addressing one of the sport's most persistent challenges. By ensuring that legitimate goals are awarded and eliminating costly errors, GLT has helped maintain the integrity of football at the highest level. The biggest technological revolution in football officiating came with the introduction of the Video Assistant Referee, VAR. The idea of using video replays had been discussed for decades, but FIFA officially began trials in 2016, ushering in a new era of refereeing technology designed to enhance fairness and accuracy in decision-making. VAR was designed to assist referees in 4 key areas. 1. Goals, to check for offside, fouls, or other infringements leading up to a goal. 2. Penalties, to verify whether a penalty decision was correct. 3. Red cards, to review direct red card offences. And 4. Mistaken identity, to ensure the correct player receives a booking or a sending off. Origins and notable incidents leading to VAR. The call for video assistance gained traction following several high-profile controversial incidents that had a significant impact on major tournaments. The 2002 World Cup, a controversial handball by Brazil's Gilberto Silva against Belgium went unnoticed, leading to widespread debate about referee errors. 2014 World Cup, Arjen Robben's exaggerated fall for a penalty in the Netherlands vs Mexico match further fueled debates about diving and incorrect penalty decisions. The 1986 World Cup, Maradona's hand of God, need I say more? And the Premier League 2009, Darren Bent's beach ball goal that astounded everyone. However, some may argue that this is what makes football great, these controversial, unforgettable moments that technology is trying to cut out. Does technology remove some of the natural drama in football? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. VAR implementation and early adoption. VAR was first implemented in a major international tournament at the 2018 FIFA World Cup, where it played a crucial role in several key decisions. The system aimed to eliminate clear and obvious errors while maintaining the integrity of the game. However, its introduction was met with both praise and criticism. Supporters highlighted its ability to rectify game-changing mistakes, while critics argued that the frequent stoppages disrupted the natural flow of play. To improve efficiency and acceptance, governing bodies continuously refined VAR protocols. Key measures included limiting the number of reviewable incidents to avoid excessive interruptions, ensuring that referees only overturn clear and obvious errors, large stadium screens to display VAR explanations, increasing transparency for fans, and pitch-side monitors for subjective decisions like handballs or fouls. Despite these improvements, debates persisted regarding the consistency of VAR decisions, particularly concerning handball rulings and marginal offside calls. The system's reliance on human interpretation still left room for controversial decisions, prompting FIFA and other governing bodies to further enhance the technology. Additionally, tools like RefCam, small cameras worn by referees, are being experimented with to provide better training materials and review decisions post-match. Refinements and future enhancements. VAR's evolution has continued, with football authorities working on minimizing delays and improving communication between officials, players, and spectators. One of the most significant advancements was the semi-automated offside technology, SAOT, introduced during the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. SAOT utilizes 12 dedicated tracking cameras positioned around the stadium, a sensor inside the match ball to provide real-time data, and automated alerts to VAR officials when an offside position is detected. This technology has drastically reduced the time needed to make offside decisions, ensuring a faster and more efficient decision-making process. By providing near-instant feedback, SAOT has helped address one of VAR's biggest criticisms: the time-consuming nature of decision reviews. Impact on football. Since its introduction, VAR has changed the way football is played and officiated. Players are now more conscious of their actions, knowing that video review can detect fouls and infringements that referees might miss. Additionally, teams have adjusted their strategies, particularly regarding defensive line positioning and penalty appeals. Despite the challenges and ongoing debates, VAR has undeniably improved fairness in football. The ability to correct clear and obvious errors ensures that crucial match-changing incidents are accurately judged. However, further refinements are necessary to address lingering concerns about consistency and match flow. Looking ahead, advancements such as AI-driven decision-making, augmented reality for referee training, and fully automated VAR systems could further revolutionize football officiating. As technology continues to evolve, the goal remains the same: to uphold the integrity of the sport while preserving its fast-paced and dynamic nature.